what's going to create filtrate. All right, filtrate will collect in Bowman's capsule, and from there continue into the tubular structure, meaning PCT, nephron loop, DCT, collecting duct. All right, so did you guys did you understand the structure of the glomerulus, the vessels having the wrapping around it, like I said earlier, with the slits in it? Okay, so that would be that filtration membrane, and like I said, you know, the structure of it and stuff being able to get pushed out. Okay, we see that what passes at this point as the blood comes into and moves through that glomerulus: water, electrolytes, glucose, fatty acids, amino acids, nitrogenous wastes, and vitamins. This is what should move, okay? Anything else, for example, like I said earlier, the red blood cell, that should not move. The red blood cell and proteins, okay? So people can have proteinuria, meaning protein in the urine, okay? So the filtrate that will get formed and collect in that Bowman's capsule, okay, the glomerular capsule, it is similar to blood plasma because it contains a lot of stuff. It is thicker than water, okay, but it's still at this point having a high amount of water concentration. Actually, at this point, when it gets formed, that filtrate in that Bowman's capsule is very high in water and other molecules. All right, so now it has to become the job to separate it out, to either return it or continue on its way. So in stage 1, this is filtration, the filtering of the blood that we associate with the kidneys. All right, so this is what we tend to think about. The rest of the process is the formation of our urine, and that means returning materials or sending them on their way. So stage 2 is going to be tubular reabsorption. Why is it termed reabsorption? There's a reason. If materials that make it to this tubular structure go back to the body, we have reabsorbed them, because this was material we absorbed the first time through eating, through our diet. So to let it get to the kidneys and then get returned back to the body would be reabsorption. The third stage is going to be tubular secretion. Now, sounds a little weird, okay, because in my mind, tubular at this point is referring to my nephron structure. But what this is the tubes of blood vessels, and they will secrete their material back to the tubular structure. In other words, you remember how I was saying if something was left behind in the blood circulating around the nephron? I mentioned that. We've got tubular structure around the cortical nephron, tubular structure around the juxtamedullary, and I mentioned if there's materials in the blood, they can put it back to the nephron. That would be tubular secretion, meaning the blood vessels put the material back into the waste to leave the body. Does that make sense? And then water conservation, meaning what has not already been returned to the body, let's get as much water back to the body as possible, but depending upon conditions of the body will determine how much goes into the urine. Take a break, be back at 10:30.